this just into our newsroom. The Raleigh County Commission has released a statement confirming it is filing a petition today in circuit court relating to the process of removing prosecuting attorney Ben Hatfield from office. Commissioners passed a motion during a meeting today to remove Hatfield. Commissioners referred to State Code 667, which outlines the process for removing an elected official from office. Following this petition, the circuit court then decides if there is enough evidence for a formal hearing in front of a 3-judge panel appointed by the state Supreme Court. That panel would then make the decision whether to remove the official from office. Members of the Raleigh County Commission recently started their own investigation into prosecuting attorney Benjamin Hatfield after the circuit court judges in the county requested them to do so. The investigation relates to allegations of misconduct by Hatfield, and this is in addition to an investigation already underway related to workplace allegations involving a hostile work environment, gender-based discrimination, and inappropriate harassment, among others. That code is available for you to read on our website.